I had a request on one of my last videos to explain the different communities and nuances of the Del Webbs that we have here. So in Manatee County, we have 4 Del Webbs now, and we have a Crestwind. So I want to explain the differences to you on each one of those. So when you come here looking for a home or you start the shopping process, you'll understand each community and what they offer. So what I have pulled up on the map is all of Lakewood Ranch. So I've heard different amounts of land. I've heard 40 square miles, 50 square miles, but it runs from State Road 64 right here. This is I-75 all the way down to Fruitville Road. And pretty much right about here, that would be, excuse me, this is Lorraine Road, and it goes out here. That's pretty much all of Lakewood Ranch. Now, large piece of property, but 1/3 of it is set aside for wooded areas, parks, lakes, things like that, that will never be developed. So that's a good thing. They're keeping nature in with the community. So the first Del Webb that we had is about 10 years old right now, and it's right here. It's off of State Road 70. One of the things about Lakewood Ranch is this is University Parkway right here. So this divides Sarasota County down here and Manatee County up here. So the difference in taxes is minuscule, but I would say they are slightly higher in Sarasota County than they are in Manatee County. This is where all the newer development is going on in Lakewood Ranch, the waterside area, if you've heard about that. Beautiful shopping area, restaurants on these larger lakes, or this larger lake right here. They actually have a boat shuttle that'll take you from a community right over to the shopping area. So we get back to Del Webb of Lakewood Ranch. They didn't give it a name, just Del Webb of Lakewood Ranch, about 10 years old now. So it's all resales. Okay. So I'm going to show you some photos of like the amenities and one house that we have that's under contract right now, just to give you an idea. But they have villas. We call those attached homes. So they have villas that are side by side, just 2 units, and they have a 4-plex villa that is 4 units. So 2 end units, 2 in the middle, 2 on the end are more highly desirable, I would say. And then single family homes of all sizes. I would say they range from 1,400 square feet. I was just looking at one that just came on the market that's 3,500 square feet. So quite a range. I would say that what they used to call the Summerwood, about 1,850 square feet was the most popular model in there. 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a den. And then it jumped up to what they used to call the Pinnacle. It's called the Stellar now. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, den, about 2,480 square feet, I would say, somewhere around there. So the second Del Webb that we have in Lakewood Ranch is called Del Webb Catalina, and it's over here in this area. I'm going to show you a home that's in there, and I'll pull it up on the map again. But what happens is, like, Del Webb Catalina is probably a year old now. All new construction, no resales, obviously, because it's just a year old. So in that community, you can go in and pick out a lot and pick out a model and build a home, or the builder is building as they go. So they call that a spec home. So they picked out a lot, they picked out the model, they picked out all the upgrades. So there's not going to be changes of anything, and they've put a price on it. $700,000. That's what we're selling this home for. Now, with a knowledgeable real estate agent with you, we can find out about all the incentives they're offering, and possibly be able to discount that price a little bit. Can't guarantee that, but we can always negotiate on your behalf. Good reason to take an agent with you. So anyway, Catalina is up here. Let's take a look at some of my photos here. This home's under contract. This was a Summerwood model, a Martin Ray model, and they added the second story onto it. So it made it a 3-bedroom, 3-bath den home. But amenity wise, so clubhouse, I think it's 28,000 square feet. Got a restaurant right here in the community, and then lagoon style pool. Got an exercise pool for swimming laps, tennis courts, pickleball courts, gymnasium. Beautiful community. But it's about 10 years old now, right in the heart of Lakewood Ranch. I mean, dead in the center of Lakewood Ranch. So to get to that waterside area, the shopping area that I showed you, probably a 10-minute drive to get over there. Okay, Pilates room, beautiful gym. This is crowded in the mornings at like 6 o'clock, and then the rest of the day it looks like this every time I've ever been in there. So, and that's nicer than the gym that I go to, I can tell you that. So, meeting areas. Now you can see on this side, they have it partitioned off. So they probably had an event going there when we did the photos here. Dance floor. So during holidays and whatever, 4th of July, they have parties there. They have an in-house band that comes in and plays. And then you can see a bunch of people over here. They're either playing board games or cards or something like that. So full-time activity director that organizes events. Their calendar, excuse me, I got some allergies going. It was 38 when I woke up this morning here in Sarasota, and the temperature is slowly going up. So sorry about that. But full-time activity director, calendar full of events, definitely won't have a hard time staying busy at all. That's the entryway, and there's the front of the clubhouse. Okay. So now as we slide over to Webb Catalina, let me change this. Still in Lakewood Ranch, different zip code, but still in Lakewood Ranch. We have one pending sale. Now, it's all the builders. So if the builder's putting active listings in there, they do. If they put pendings in, they do. And if they put some solds in, they'll also do that. But sometimes the builder doesn't put anything in there. So we kind of shooting in the dark sometimes to try to figure these things out. So now you can see this home, 2,269 square feet. But again, they picked out the model. They picked out all the upgrades. They picked out the lot that it's going to go on. And Webb Catalina, the clubhouse is under construction now. So you can probably count on the mid to end of 2027 for the clubhouse to be available. Now, I believe they opened up some pickleball courts, and I think they have a temporary type workout area. One advantage to that is your HOA fees until the clubhouse is fully up and operational are less. HOA fees in Lakewood Ranch are $425. Lakewood Ranch Webb, around $425 per month. That includes your gated security. All of your yard maintenance is done for you. They even set the sprinkler system for you, and use of all the amenities. So you can go use the pool as much as you want, the tennis courts, pickleball courts, the gymnasium, get in any club that you want. It doesn't cost you anything extra. The restaurant, they have a fee there of $600 per year. So it's a spend down, that take a deposit and then you spend it down. And, if you go over there once a week and grab a couple sandwiches and a couple of, adult beverages, you're going to spend $600 in a year pretty easily. So on the map, okay, so there we are. Now, Webb Lakewood Ranch down here, Webb Catalina right here. Now, being completely open about this, out here on State Road 64, there is a racetrack. So not every weekend, but some weekends they have like NASCAR type races out there. Now, one thing at this Webb Catalina, all of the homes come with impact glass windows and doors. And I can tell you, when we did that to my house, you can't hear anything outside. Nothing. Now, I'm not going to tell you you won't hear anything from that racetrack, but it's there, and you have to be aware of that. So that's something I wanted you to know about. So if we look at this particular home, 3-car garage is very popular this is mostly for like a golf cart or storage. Get a small car in there. But you can see everything is already done. Everything's picked out. The flooring, plank tile flooring, the cabinets, everything is done. So this is one of those, you like this one? Well, the price on it is this, and that's what the price is. Okay, so there you go. And the back of the house. So this one is looking right at another house. Not what I would choose, but that's what they've got. They're not going to build, most of them are not going to be built. They do offer a pool, but most of their model homes, not model homes, but spec homes are not going to include a pool. All the lots would be big enough to add a pool to it. But pretty much anything on the inside of a home like this, you're going to see is an upgrade. The plank tile flooring, it's an upgrade. All those lights you saw, an upgrade. The tile all the way up to the ceiling is an upgrade. Okay, so there's the back side of the house, even though it looks at the side of this house. So this must be maybe a corner lot. Now, what they did over here, this is the gas line. If you want to add a outdoor kitchen, which I always recommend that you do after construction because you can save a ton of money. But if you were building a home, you would say, I want you to run the gas line, the water, and the electric out there, and then I'm going to add my own kitchen. All right, so that's really good. And then you got the electrical outlet to put your TV in over here. Okay, those pocket all the way back, and you can see everything's ready to go for an outdoor kitchen right there. So very nice home. Very, very nice. So now if we jump up to the next 2 Del Webbs that we have, the first one in Parrish, still Manatee County, it's called Del Webb Bayview. There are a few new construction homes in there. They're going to be spec homes. You can't go in there anymore and build a home, but they do have some spec homes from the builder. So if we look at that, we've got, okay, I've got Sunchase and I've got Del Webb Bayview. So now if we look at the map here, so now where do we go? So if we come down, if you remember, I said State Road 64, here's Lakewood Ranch, jump on 75. This is about a 15 to 20 minute drive, still in Manatee County. Now, what we call this is the triangle, because if for some reason, maybe you're still working and you want to be up in Tampa, boom, right up 75. If you needed to be in St. Petersburg, Skyway Bridge right over here, and there's St. Petersburg right in here. It's where the Tampa Bay Rays are. If you go into Tampa for the Lightning or the Tampa Bay Bucks, you can go either way to get there. You're going to go to Tampa International Airport this way, downtown Sarasota, right down in this area. Okay, so we call it the triangle because you can be Tampa 45 minutes, St. Pete 35 minutes, downtown Sarasota probably 35 minutes, depending on the time of year and the traffic. If the snowbirds are here, you can always add 10 to 15 minutes to your drive, especially if you're coming down into like a populated area like downtown Sarasota. All right. When they're not here, it's a lot easier to get around. So Del Webb Bayview, and want to go the other way. So now I want to escape out of there and show you an example of a home there. And again, few new construction homes. Now this is one of their smaller homes, but I'll give you an idea. And that's their clubhouse. Beautiful. And I will tell you, as you go from Del Webb to Del Webb, the newer they get, they kind of outdo each other on the next one. I can tell you the restaurant here, they did a much better style because there's an outdoor bar area, outdoor seating, and an outdoor bar area where you can walk up, grab a margarita, and go back over to the pool, or you can sit under the covered area. So that was really, really a great idea. Clubhouse. And then this is the home. You can see they extended this lanai out. So normally the lanai would end right there, but they extended it out and did this bird cage over it. And they got a preserve area to the back. They put these screens in for a little privacy. Beautiful home. Okay. Again, this is one of their smaller models, but it gives you an idea of things you can do and what they look like. All right. So that particular home is 1,648 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it would have a den with it. It was listed at $428,500. We never know what it sells for until the sale closes. So now if we go back, I want to show you Del Webb Sunchase. Again, brand new, probably opened for sales maybe 8 months ago, like mid 2025. It opened up. And if we pull it up on the map, okay, and there it sits. Now, again, being transparent, when they opened up Del Webb Bayview over here, everybody thought it was a million miles away from everything. Everything is developed around here now. You have 3 Publix up there. There's a brand new Lowe's and Home Depot. There's a hospital being built up there, a new high school being built up there. State College of Florida is building a campus up there. But as you see, this is where Sunchase sits, and you come out 301 from I-75, or you can come in this way. But literally out here is farmland. On this side, farmland. Both of these sides still not developed. So this feels like you're a long way away. The advantage of that is probably $50,000 to $100,000 less on a home there, because it's a newer community. Still the same thing. They're going to be building the clubhouse. It's not there yet. But everything is going to be built around you. So you're kind of in the beginning stages of this area of North River Ranch being developed. But again, this road right over here where the Del Webb Bayview is, just exploding. There used to be a few restaurants up there, but everything's up there now. Everything, all the restaurants. Or you can drive for 15 minutes and be down in the middle of Lakewood Ranch. Beaches, that's a big question. Always, always, always. So to get to our beautiful beaches, if you're going to be up here in this area, you can come down to State Road 64 and take this out either to Holmes Beach, Bradenton Beach. Anna Maria Island is amazing. It takes you 45 minutes to get there, though, because the bridge that goes over here is a 2-lane, one-way going each way bridge. The residents are fighting to keep it like that to try to control traffic, but it actually makes traffic 10 times worse. But this area is just amazing out here, beauty. And then Bradenton Beach is very nice. Longboat Key, plenty of places to eat and stop and go to the beach along there. Coming down here, St. Armand's Circle and Lido Key, one of the more popular beaches. St. Armand's Circle, beautiful shopping area with restaurants. The Ringling Causeway is right here, which is spectacular. Siesta Key, which is one of the most popular beaches in the country. Absolutely. Locals try to avoid Siesta Key because it's so popular, especially during nice days during snowbird season. We go down here to an area called Turtle Beach, which none of the tourists know about it. So you can literally pull right up to the beach and park, walk 50 feet and put your beach chair down. So Anyway, I hope that explains some of the different areas and the communities to you, and gives you an idea of where everything is. There you go. There's pretty much the outline of Lakewood Ranch. So Lakewood Ranch was originally developed beginning back in 1995. Just a small bit of history about it. It was owned, if you remember, Schlitz Beer. That family bought all of this land, and what they were going to do is raise cattle and get into the lumber business. Okay, so over time, it was developed or started to be developed, and some of those original communities are still going along and still selling like crazy. So, number one master planned multi-generational community in the country, and I believe that's 8 years in a row, selling for 8 years in a row. So, very, very beautiful area. Now, everybody says, John, where do you live? So if we zoom in here a little bit, if you come across University Parkway, University Park Country Club, and then there's an area right here, okay, and that's where I live, okay? So Palm is the name of the community, actually. Palm Country Club, voluntary country club, not gated. Homes were built in the mid-'80s, bigger lots, better value price-wise, but you're buying a resale home. So you have to be aware of that. University Park Country Club, beautiful. It looks like when you're in there, it literally looks like you're in North Carolina. I mean, just beautiful wooded area. Golf course is spectacular. If you're thinking about golf, University Park Country Club, Palm Air. You got the Meadows, you got the River Club, you've got Lakewood Ranch Country Club, you got Country Club East, you got the Ritz-Carlton golf course that's out here that's membership only. So there's no lack of golf. As you head down this way, south a little bit, all kinds of golf courses, if that's something that interests you. And Sarasota International Airport right here, getting more and more and more flights in all the time. Very convenient to get in. Small little airport, but super convenient. So I hope that answers some questions for you. If I missed anything, make another note down at the bottom and ask for what would you like me to make a video about. Now, I'm happy to do it. Or you can just give me a call, 941-962-7443. If this kind of information is helpful to you, hit the subscription button and then the notification bell. And every time I put out a new video, you'll know about it. I try to do about 3 to 5 videos a week about the area. So I look forward to hearing from you. I hope to hear from you. I hope to talk to you. I'd love to help you find or sell a home here in the Sarasota area. And again, you can reach me 7 days a week. And I look forward to hearing from you. Hope to see you on another video, and maybe we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.